All right, sorry, I was getting my phone. I'm testing out an overlay for the mobile, and I just want to have it around. I'm not planning on actually doing an Air Life stream right now. Is World are higher or lower than Iceborne? What is this like here?
Walrus Pug just resubscribed for 14 hours.
Yeah, it's not showing up.
Nothing.
Thank you, Walrus Pug. My overlays aren't showing up on mobile. I'll figure it out. I'm not waiting until last minute to test anything. I'm not even planning on doing an in real life stream soon. I'm just a testing thing. There's nothing wrong with that. But yeah, I mean, yeah, we've got how many months? It's too loud. I'll show you what it looks like. Show you the app. I mean, it looks... That's kind of freaky, man. Almost like... Give myself a real little head. That's weird, man. I got the chat working. I haven't gotten the overlays working. I don't know why. Yeah, I've been cybernetically enhanced.
Ravius just resubscribed for 27 months.
This is the second stream I thought I would beat it, okay? I thought I was going to beat it last time.
Part 10, part 5.
I didn't. I was wrong. I understand I was wrong. I'm not, like, in denial on it. Oh, I could probably... You guys deserve better. I could probably troubleshoot the overlay while I'm streaming. That's a great idea. I'm going to have to start shilling for subs. Keep subscribing. I need to see if my overlay is working. Where is it? This one. I don't know why. It's like grayed out.
Lorian just subscribed. Howdy. My name is Bill.
See, that worked. Why isn't it working here? Whole lot of garbage. It's not a real overlay. It's my mobile overlay is not... Whatever. You don't know? I hold you personally responsible. For what? For an in real life stream. For when we're in real life streaming, you usually want to have alerts on. Normally. We need... Oh, we never finished making our armor set. We got distracted. Well, let's go ahead and make that. I'll be groveling to Japan for not excelling tech support. He's arriving in, like, late July. If I haven't figured out how to live stream by late July, I mean, it's just not going to happen. Well, I have redeemed set to max volume so we can embarrass you in public. Well, I'm not planning on having, like, a Bluetooth speaker attached to my chest so you guys can play, like, Ram Ranch on full volume while I'm in the subway. You know? I'd rather not. Can I not? We need 2 health. Are those not working? Everything's fucked up. I'm sorry. A real American would do it? Let me just be the weeaboo that I am, okay? I never tried to deny it. Alright, what do these slot looks like? Well, if we're ever going to upgrade it, I think we got to put it into our weapon. Because, like, if we ever upgrade this thing, it's going to break everything. It's also possible Stream Elements is just breaking in general. So I'm not going to feel too bad about it. The important thing is that chat is working. If I have chat working on the stream, then that's arguably the most important thing. Because I want to be able to see it and then It's usually pretty funny when you see chat on a live stream. You know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about on the phone. Working for the streamer, financing his Japanese trip? Japanese trip has already been financed. You must have missed the sponsor apocalypse that happened 2 weeks ago. Everyone was lining up. It was great. You're glad you're working? It's nice to get paid? I'm happy for you. I think we need a decade scale. It's either a decade scale or a Daora scale. And I think it's in the jungle. I think it's anywhere, but we're gonna check the jungle. I don't know what to tell you about Stream Elements. I don't know what to tell you, man. He's having problems. Don't ask me. He's not even here. I didn't do it, man. Don't look at me. I didn't kick him out. Literally the only thing I did was test certain, like, subscriber actions. I could just not have stream elements? Yeah, I mean, I guess I could. Is that something you really need? I only know of one streamer in existence who doesn't, like, acknowledge the people that subscribe to them. That seems like a rather bold move. Hey, his name's Veggie Elder now. Give me, yeah, you have the Daora scale. See? You guys never thought it was going to happen. I think it's like, was it like Vsauce doesn't have, I think it's Vsauce doesn't have any donation or subscriber events on their stream ever. I mean, it's a little interesting you say that as a non-subscriber. I guess you don't really care. And I'm not calling you out for not subscribing. Vine sauce. Maybe it's not. It's very easy to mix them up, okay? Sword looks great, man. Stream Elements is back. Didn't they, like, start their channel, like, within, like, a week of each other? There we go. Now it's Christmas. Then he usually has, like, little toys or stuff he gives away, right? Someone reading off donos constantly is distracting. Sounds like a nice problem. I don't know if you never noticed. I don't have donations enabled on the stream. You ever miss the challenge of having fewer evasion options when you play newer Monster Hunter games? Yes. All the time. This fucking guy, man. Where's the Boldrome? Now I'm gonna turn him on. I'm gonna turn on the chat donations just to spite this guy. Now you'll regret it. All right. I remember there was someone else. It was probably, I remember somebody was like an unsubscribed person. Like, imagine subscribing to the streamer. And I never milk you. Okay? I got streamers out there like Jordan Peterson on Twitter showing male-dumb latex fetish photo shoots where they've got them all hooked up to the male milking machine, okay? And I never ask you for a damn thing. I ask you to stick around for the shill streams. Am I getting hooked up to the milking machine? Soon. Where is this Boldro, man? This is supposed to be fast. He's usually in like 7 or 5 or 3. I don't see him, man. Is it weird to say I'm the most down-to-earth streamer you watch? It's not. It's not weird because it's true. It's just a fact, man. I appreciate that. Thank you. Didn't Dose have the balloons you could wave to? I don't see him. They're called. What were they called again? The Y Academy? The translation in this made it sound as if they were called the Y Academy, which I know is probably not. They're probably sent by the Y Academy, but they made it sound as if they are the Y Academy. I'm tweaking because I'm like 5 minutes into a Boldrum quest and I didn't even find the guy. Baby streamer needs his Kahoot. Did you just kill the other one too? Man, I really love it when the block on the greatsword just like effortlessly. So actually, we're close to flinch locking him. Like we're not, but it's close. I guess he's just gonna tweak out though. By the way, just to keep everybody clued in, I massively bombed 2 Japanese quizzes today. Ended poorly on the 3rd. So, any of you that have been lusting for me to finally get what I deserve, it happened. Today was the day. I was sick. I didn't want to study. That's sad, though. I mean, I had the flu for a week. I didn't want to do anything. I streamed a little bit. I didn't really do anything. I don't even know what I did outside of that. Sleep mostly. My professor disappointed in me? She was just like, I bet it's hard to study by yourself. So that was true. There was a moment in class today where I'm pretty sure she wanted me to use me in the example of who is the oldest student in the class. I think she stopped herself, though. She know about my flu? I told her I was sick. She was like, did you get the vaccine? I'm like, my wife had it, and I didn't leave my house other than go here. Shepard is no longer my student. I'm gonna miss. We're gonna. Well, Thursdays we don't meet anyways. It doesn't matter. None of it matters. The class is over in like a month. I don't know how you're gonna fit 2 more chapters in 1 month. I guess you gotta do 2 weeks. 2 weeks? Let me look at the timetable. Barely. You barely fit that in. I guess you don't need a final review when you've got like a final exam. Was it winter? Why is it always winter? I did feel kind of like an asshole because I asked her how often she goes back to Japan. She's like, I go back once a year. I'm like, oh, how long do you go? Do you go long for a while? She's like, I only go for 2 weeks. And I was like, oh. Oh. I'm really the asshole now. Gaijin internet clown hanging out in her country for 3 months, dude. 2 weeks is a good time? 2 weeks, you're just barely getting used to the jet lag. Stay longer than that. I'm gonna go out in the final. I'm gonna do my best. I mean, everybody, including my professor, she said, you're just taking the class for fun. That's what she said today. She said, it's okay. You're only taking this for fun. This is fun to you. Spending hours studying vocabulary and kanji, that's fun. I mean, if you stay a month, you get such a better deal on like everything. Anywhere you're gonna stay? I mean, I guess you got family, it doesn't really matter. I don't think there's gonna be a Japanese class next semester. I'm not gonna like fail. I don't think I'm gonna fail. Let's get our combination books out. I don't want to risk failing this thing. That would really suck if it... I don't even know what happens if it failed. So can I just, like, give it to her now? She's, like, standing outside my house. Maybe I gotta talk to her at night? I probably gotta kill that, Diablos. Where Linden led, I will follow. I mean, he was really sick for a while. That's why he missed a lot of class. It's the beginning of the end, dude. Once you start missing classes, it's stuff. Here's me passing. I think I'll pass. I had like a 90 coming out of the midterm. I mean, after today, though, that's not that 85. Maybe, I don't even know. Not good. All right, let's get our stuff sorted. Finals weighted 89% of your grade. I think the final is literally 25%. Which I think for most people would make them feel better, but like... that doesn't make me feel any better. It's still a lot of pressure, man. No, I'm not into like taking like a gambit. Let's check the desert. I don't think I need any of those. Check the volcano. I think I gotta fight Gravios. Let's sleep until night. I might just sleep. And then I might sleep again. We got money. We can't upgrade our armor again. That's done. We're not upgrading our weapon again. That's done. Does this game have Monoblos? It's got Diablos. It probably has Monoblos. He's probably in the old village. Psycho's demanding Gravios for Rise? I don't know, man. I mean, there's people out there that saw little Jagras and like, we need great Jagras. If we had the greatest Jagras, that might have been okay, but... it's not doing anything. Oh! Oh, we've already been talking about the volcano. I am not fighting you. No way. I mean, Zentrius would have been an okay choice as well. Am I gonna have to sleep again? It's the desert too, right? Here's all my money. I don't think it's the right season. Now, we can't fight Diablos in hot season. I'm almost positive we gotta fight the Gravios. Do you have to sleep during Ramadan? I mean, that doesn't sound like a bad thing. Sounds pretty cozy if you ask me. Oh, she wants something? I've seen this line before. She wants item delivered. You were not getting that. I don't see any red bubbles, so I'm assuming it's an urgent thing. Now, sometimes the red bubbles hide behind the blue bubbles. That's the worst part. Where is Gravios or Diablos? Should I just sleep until cool season again? I'm getting robbed. Man, I just spent 1,600 on nothing. You can sleep, but you shouldn't just do the prayer and then sleep, waiting for the next one. Like, what are you supposed to do? Just sit in a chair? You can't eat. You can't drink. You probably want to be careful about, like, being too active. You don't want to, like, pass out. We're going to go to cold season. That's what we're going to do. You just go about your day? Seems like it's hard to go about your day when, like, you haven't been eating and drinking. You should kind of take it easy a little bit. What if you pray twice and then you sleep? Like, do a double prayer. I hear drinking? I don't think you're allowed to drink alcohol during Ramadan. I'm pretty sure that's a no-no. Outsourcing prayer. What if you get what if you get some friends of yours to pray with you? All right, so there's Gravios. There's Diablos. All right, we're gonna do the Gravios. We want cool drinks. Let's buy we're gonna buy these small bombs here. Oh, I've got no money. Oh! I'm a little nervous, but there's not much we can do. At least our weapon should hit his chest pretty cleanly. And again, I think he does take decent dragon damage. It's not like bad dragon damage. We just want to kill him and Diablos, and then I'll be confident that we'll have unlocked any flags for Lunaster to start showing up. I don't think there's anything after them. We killed Chameleos. Not Chameleos. Cianatar. Broke streamer with no donations. I don't even have him turned on. That's the strangest thing that gets me, man. People are like, oh, streamer too busy reading his donations all day long to interact with chat. Like, what streams are you in, man? I do remember going to a Tim the Tatman stream once. He was on the front page. He was being sponsored by Bud Light. And it seriously was, like, literally him just, like, rapid fire reading off donations. Just, like, it'd be like, thank you for the $5. Somebody, like, say something like, what's your favorite football team? He's like, the Steelers. Thank you for your $10. What do you think about Bud Light? I like Bud Light. Thank you for the $20. Supposed to be a compliment to how you talk to us? I don't believe you. Do I like Bud Light? I'm going to say something, and I'm going to instantly lose a ton of respect with a lot of people, and I'm fine with that. I actually kind of like the taste of Bud Light Lime. I'll drink it, man. When it's hot out and you're at the beach, I like it. I mean, I'm not going to, like, order it in a restaurant. Like, have somebody, like, fill up my, you know, my beer stein with Bud Light Lime and eat, like, a nice filet mignon. Bud Light Lime is water with lime. I know, that's why it's refreshing. Too ashamed of my taste. Like, I'm not, like, you know, like, sniffing the aroma of the Bud Light Lime. You know, really trying to savor the bouquet. May as well kneel and act like the men's urinal. As long as they squeeze a little lime into it, they can piss in my mouth. I'm fine with that. No, I mean, I like it. You know, I'll drink it again. This is weird. It looks like he went to 3, but he really went to 5. We hit it, and you guys might have missed it. It did cut it. It did, like, real damage. It didn't bounce. That may have been because it was charged, though. I'm pretty sure you still get the sharpness modifier. Why are there 3 Bullfongo? And why do they have more life than the Bullfongo in the jungle? Oh. Don't hit. How are you still alive, man? Nobody will question what you drink if you preface it with an alcoholic. I am, though. I gotta be careful. All right, he's doing the walking attack, which means I could probably set these up. I wonder if that actually hit his stomach or if that hit his tail. I love shandies, man. I don't know. I like citrus with my alcohol. You know, what can I say? That's my preference. Can we just, like, go a little wild? We can go a little wild. He's mad. Anything to drink in 4 years? Good for you. Not too much that comes... Too much good that comes out of drinking. Some ciders are good too. I've had some good ciders. I mean, in general, I feel like you're gonna get more depth of flavor out of like a beer, but I'm not gonna say anything negative about ciders. I once had a desktop wallpaper of a bunch of cider pinup girls, and Jen got mad at me. It's like, why are all these half-naked women all over your desktop wallpaper? I'm like, fine. I like seltzer. See, my issue with seltzer is, like, it tastes too much just like whatever the flavoring is supposed to be. Feels like grain alcohol. Share wallpaper with chat. I actually made it myself. that was a little custom artwork myself. Make your desktop wallpaper a goblin girl. I love that idea. It's currently Monster Hunter Frontier. That really good collage of art from, I think it was like season 3. You know, I'm gonna say we are doing okay against this Gravius. That's really bad. How did I take so much damage? How's my cool drink already expired? 7 minutes? How long do the cool drinks last in dose? 5 minutes? Ah, damn it. I guess I don't have any issue with those brands. It just feels like, you know, if I'm going to have like an alcoholic lemonade or an alcoholic root beer, I'll just get like root beer or lemonade I know I like, and I'll just like mix alcohol into it. Call me old fashioned. Alright, electrolytes are a positive. Can't stand the taste of beer. It tastes like wheat. That's fine. Most people dislike beer because it tastes gross. You know what? Sometimes it does. So, I mean, that's just like fair. You like whiskey and bitters with simple syrup? There was a casino I used to go to, and I did like the pro alcoholic play. Whenever you bet on like the horse racing, you could bet $1 at a time every 20 minutes, and it was like a full open bar until like somebody really abused it. But for a while, I used to go up there and do that. And you know, I'd get like a whiskey sour most commonly. Just kind of like a whiskey and bitters with simple syrup. They'd give you like a little bottle of champagne. Like you spent $1. Like, here's your champagne. Thanks. Thanks, King. I mean, obviously you tip the bartender. I mean, at least $1 or $2 a drink. But I mean, you know, the casino was paying for it. You know, that actually reduces sharpness in dose. It's very strange. We dead? So bartender China bottles of champagne are the best overall bang for your buck. I mean, if it's an open bar or like what is it? What's usually the price to get one of those? You know, I rarely spend whatever you would call it menu price on alcohol at a bar. That's I'm not into it, man. If I want to get loaded, that's what home is for. I'm not going to spend $50 getting loaded. Which, speaking of getting loaded, along with getting fat, I've been trying to look up various food challenges in Japan. I don't think I'm going to be able to hit too many in Tokyo, but there is one where you are served 4 kilograms of rice. It's called the Bowl of Death. I think it's got curry, too. And if you finish it in 30 minutes, you get, like, unlimited curry for life? You're going to die. When I was there last, I did get the Mega Horse Bowl. That was good, man. Sounds horrendous. It was great. Cheese Sadman Bowl? Chigyu Bowl? Oh, absolutely. We're dead. How are we not dead? I know. 4 kilograms of rice is like a lot of rice. There's a challenge that's 2 kilograms of rice. I could probably do that. You ever need a partner consuming mass amounts of food in Japan to win challenges? I'm here for me. I might take you up on that at some point. If the eating challenges like really take off and I need a partner for a 2-person challenge, I'll bring you along. It's not like flight or accommodations are that expensive anymore. And all we have to do is just keep eating food challenges and we don't have a food budget. You know, you think about it. You just keep eating. 2 kilograms of rice would kill you. You would not die from two. It's not like 2 kilograms of like dry rice. It's cooked rice. I've eaten food challenges before. I did it before there was even an internet clown incentive. I was at did I ever tell this story? It was in college. One of my friend's parents had a timeshare at Disney. So we went to, it was Jungle Gyms. And at Jungle Gyms, they had a item on the menu called the Headhunter. And it was this massive burger. It was the size of your head. You know, it had, you know, multiple quarter-pound beef patties, like a chicken patty. I remember there was bacon, strips of ham, and then on the top there was 2 little olives, like these little eyes staring up at you. And then it was like a pound and a half of curly fries. And if you ate it all, along with the fries, the reward is actually really messed up. The reward was the opportunity to go back and get yourself another Headhunter. So if you hated yourself enough to eat it the first time, go ahead and get it a second time. And like, I'm not gonna lie to you guys and tell you that I finished the whole thing, because there was definitely like a little, it wasn't like a major portion of the meal, but there was definitely like some scraps left on there, you know? Like maybe like a tiny, like an extra little bite of the burger, maybe like an extra couple fries. But I think the waiter was so tired and so ready to go home, he just gave me the certificate anyways. Like I got the consolation certificate. Now, worst part about this, and actually this, oddly enough, this came after the pineapple incident. I too had an issue after this burger where I was severely constipated. And I ended up taking laxatives. And oddly enough, my friend somewhere might have camera footage of me rolling around on a bed, squirming in pain, screaming about how I desperately needed to poop. I just desperately had to crap. It happened eventually. I don't remember it being a significant event like when I birthed Noxella. But it did eventually happen. That friend on the Discord? I don't think so. He plays Diablo, though. When I was playing Diablo 4 the other day, I saw him on my friends list. He's a good guy. Play Diablo with him? I mean, the funny thing is, like, I remember how excited he was for Diablo 3. Like, he took the day off from work to play it. He definitely played it a bunch. And here he is years later. Now he's playing Diablo 4. We're happy to see it. Your body was not built for heavy set eating? Dude, did you see how much food I ate when I was in Italy? I mean, I got fat. I could definitely condition to the point where I can do it. Have a good night, Zeravius. I could definitely do it. That was over weeks, not hours? I know. And if it's just like one challenge at a time and I don't have like an Italian woman force feeding me like it's the 7, you know, so I could really be in like prime condition for each meal, I could do it. There's a challenge where you have to eat like 100 gyoza. I could eat 100 gyoza. There's apparently one challenge that's really messed up where if you film it, they don't give you the meal for free if you finish. They're like, oh, you're going to make all the money off of YouTube. We don't need to give it to you for free. That's kind of screwed up. How many McNuggets could I do? I mean, I've done 20 before. Would I do 50? I don't know if it's worth it. If I'm going to ruin my body, like, I want it to be worth it. 20 isn't even worth mentioning. Some people can't eat 20. Buy 10 $1 Whoppers? It's just not worth it, man. You're like, oh, will you eat a pile of garbage? What? I'm not into eating a pile of garbage. guess we're gonna get whatever this is. Doritos mukbang? Like, I'm not into just eating a disgusting amount of food just to torture myself or to let the closet feeders in chat, like, you know, beat themselves off to it. It has to be like a food challenge. I'm gonna get a free meal out of it, maybe a t-shirt. You'll see me break down because Noxel will keep the camera rolling in Japan. I don't think there'll be a breakdown. Unless you mean like a breakdown of like me desperately needing to poop and not having laxatives. In which case, okay, that might happen. Think more restaurants should have a content creator tax? Honestly, fair. I could agree with that. Why am I sucking down these cool drinks? Hit the wrong one. $50 nugget challenge? If I'm gonna do a 50 nugget challenge, I'm gonna do it like when I'm in Japan. I'm not just gonna be like sitting at my desk in my goblin hole. I would trust 50 nuggets from Japan. Probably cheaper too. Can I do 100? No. I don't think I can do 100. I could probably do 50. If you're the one restaurant with the content creator tax, you'll be passing up on free advertising. I'm telling you, man, there's a restaurant that has a food challenge and they don't give you the meal for free if you record it at all. Wow, why is this tail hard? That doesn't make any sense. Has it always been hard? Give me the microstreamer email. They're not gonna understand English. This is terrible. To translate, in this email, I was told I was a micro streamer. That would actually probably get you in a lot of trouble in business in Japan. If you like insulted somebody's station like that, and you're like out of place, you'd get yelled at, man. Respect my fake internet number. We're almost dead. I'm okay with that. I'd rather die. Chance to heal. Do you know who I am? Would it be like Watashi ga Sundesu ka? It'd be something like that. Yeah, I mean, you could definitely make yourself sound like a real asshole if you wanted. Definitely. I guess you could also say Watashi wa wakarimasu ka? Do you know of me? Do you know me? But I feel like you need to, like, you need to make sure you use the right one to be like, you've heard of me, right? Oh, he's dying! That's great. I feel like if you're already saying Watashi, you probably don't need to know Dade, right? Maybe you do. I don't know. Good question. Well, this one much faster than it usually does. I'm banking the dragon damage. It's pretty good. I guess the poison damage would have been okay as well. I feel like he's gonna shoot it. Oh, he's coming. Oh, wow. He messed that sword up. Surprised we didn't get this dude in Sunbreak because we got Bizarius and Rise. A lot of surprising things with Rise. It's like in English, who Dade do you think I am? Let's try and kill him outside of the border. Oh, wow. Actually avoided it. I mean, I'm not dying for Gravios back. There's a certain ball-pounding difficulty with, like, Black Gravios. And for you. I just don't know what he really adds. What does he add to the combat? Enjoyed my dual blade Rise setup I put on YouTube? I gotta update that, man. But I'm glad you enjoyed it. For base Rise, we got a lot of good content on there on dual blades. It's obviously way out of date for Sunbreak, but it was good. It was good. Oh, it was there. I like dual blades in Rise. One of my more enjoyable weapons. I mean, they're a little brain warning, but I think everyone's entitled to one brain warning weapon. Don't. Stop. I'm not entitled? But I got my permissions revoked. It's bad. You gonna shoot me with a laser? I don't think we have any cool drinks left. We might have one. Oh, we've got two. That's bad. Now it's bad. How is he so strong? Still not dead yet. Why is Dose just screaming? Do you see where I just carded just now and you saw like the text box pop up? That happened, but in Japanese. You know, I could sleep in the base camp, Gravios, okay? I don't want to die. That attack usually has an explosive fart at the end, so like I didn't want to like breed underneath them, but I probably should have. Okay, so this is the amount of life that you want to go in the bed. This is where being a little bed boy is justified. Oh, he's running away again. Oh. It's just like not enough healing, man. He's not even leaving. He's just like sitting there. I mean, I think Diablos, we might be able to get stuck in a rock. I'm pretty sure we can get Diablos stuck in a rock. And that will help. You know, the second gen map puts a lot more places where he gets stuck. Oh! Well, he's just gonna blow himself up. That's what's gonna happen. Isn't it a bannable offense to sleep on stream? What's that streamer's name again? I want to say Alinity, but what the hell's her name? She sleeps all the time. There's a category for sleeping. You could do it. Amaranth. Amaranth sleeps on time on camera all the time. In fact, she reaches her highest concurrent viewer count when she's sleeping. When she wakes up and starts talking to chat, they scuttle away like cockroaches. I hate men. It's creepy, isn't it? She's like, I get the most viewers and the most subscriptions when I'm sleeping. You know, and it's got to be a little uncomfortable, you know. I think she sleeps, obviously, very deliberately without, like, a blanket on. As far as I know, she is currently at least wiser than most other content creators investing her money in various things. And some people will make fun of the fact that she bought a gas station, but I don't know. I'm sure she's probably at least on her way to making her money back off of it. It's better than not doing anything. Can I buy a gas station? I don't have Amaranth money, dude. I can't afford a gas station. How much does a gas station cost? I mean, it depends if you got to get, like, the pumps replaced, and you probably do if you're buying one. It's probably, I don't know, $500,000 cost to buy a gas station. $250,000 to $2 million. Okay, so it's a little bit on the cheaper end than I thought it would be on the lower end. I think we'll still be on gas for a while. We're the $2 million gas stations. I mean, I've seen some very large and very nice gas stations before. Like, if you got, like, a truck stop gas station. Like, showers and, like, food and, like, maybe, like, beds and stuff like that. I could see that being $2 million. Can I buy one of those? I cannot afford any of those. I did. I found a person willing to buy a material for an exorbitant price. Things go well, then we'll have enough money to expand the tavern even further. What's the catch? You know, it's not going to be easy. An easy thing to gather. Horn of Diablos. He gave me a Mega Dash Juice. That's so nice. So we need a Twisted Horn, a Zerios Shell, and the Fatty Tomatoes. I'm pretty sure we need these. I mean, as a pedestrian, you should never be exposed to trucks in your path anyways. I mean, I don't blame you for getting nervous. But that's just like... We just have the opposite of walkable cities. That's all that is. Let's combine these. Car hits you, I'm crossing the street. I was once walking to work when I was like 17 or 18. And a car wasn't looking where they were going, pulling out of a gas station. And they didn't really hit me, but they kind of picked me up on the front of their car and they like carried me a couple feet. And I was like, ah! 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 And they were understandably pretty freaked out. But I was fine. I didn't get hurt. Ah! Has I paid off my student loans? That is not how I paid off my student loans. They weren't driving like a Lexus or anything. It wasn't something you'd be happy to have the bumper blazing in your ass. Like, this is the car that paid off my house. So we got to break his horns and we got to get the twisted horn. So we might have to fight him more than once. I don't have any sonic bombs. I probably should have gotten some. It's okay. Same thing, like, keep, like... We're too decadent. We need meat. Man, the things people do for views... I mean, the thing that was messed up, like, you guys maybe missed that story. There's this guy in Nevada, Las Vegas. He's got, like, a internet comedy group, if you could even call it that. And they go around playing, like, really mean pranks on people. Like, they don't look like funny haha pranks. Like, oh, like, that person's walking with, I don't know, funny stilt legs or something. No, they're, like, mean to people. It's just a prank bro people. You know, they had, like, things like pretending to throw up on Uber drivers, you know, pranking Target employees, like stealing tennis players' tennis rackets. One of them got shot. He's shot. The other guy was not laughing. I'm not saying they deserve to get shot, but I'm not surprised he got shot. Shot by somebody he was trying to play a prank on. He was getting in someone's face, recording him on their cell phone, and the guy was probably like, get that phone out of my face. And like, oh, wow, we got somebody real mad. This is great content. Probably kept filming him, and then... He didn't die. He's in the hospital. He was actually, they have a picture of him on the news, and he's making like this little douchebag hand symbol. Like, he looks happy that he got shot. He looks happy about it. Whatever. Yeah, imagine the TikTok views, man. What the heck? Why is he not getting stuck? If you're in somebody's face and they're like, don't record me, get your phone out of my face. Like, I don't know what the laws are on that. Maybe the guy was in the right. I don't know. Probably depends on the state, I guess. We're gonna try and get our damage in now. Guys, lucky they aimed for the stomach? I mean, you know, I think you could probably make the argument that guy that shot him probably didn't have a killing intent. I feel bad for the guy that shot him. Now his life might be ruined. He's gonna have probably a felony on his record. I could do some damage on the horns. Let's get it down to one horn. Probably sharpen. Friend shot a guy who tried to rob him at knife point and gave him trauma? I'm sure. Rotten Tomato reviews crying the Mario movie wasn't Citizen Kane. It's probably good for a video game movie, though. Usually they're terrible. It's probably better than the Monster Hunter movie. This Diablos is being like a real bud. Chilling out in this area. I go for the stomach. Very cooperative. You don't even need to heal either. There's like, that red health is just going to recover on its own. Think it'll be worse than the Monster Hunter movie? I mean, the Monster Hunter movie wasn't that bad. It wasn't good. Tony Jaa does a lot of heavy lifting. There is a moment in the movie where they try to give his character some backstory, and it's like a vaguely and never even remotely explained like, religious reference. That's the only part I'm like, why did you put this in here? That could have been 5 to 10 minutes spent discussing more ecology of the monsters. No. We got some bombs, right? He didn't play the field team leader because there was no team. His costume design was very field team leader inspired. They pretty much took the costumes from Monster Hunter World and like they didn't necessarily like say like let's make real characters with this. They're cartoon characters wearing the costumes. And the costumes were well done. The only character that speaks, that has any meaningful conversation, is Ron Perlman, who can speak English. And the story is, you play the game. This quest is no longer available. She drops her notebook in the game, and then that admiral takes that notebook and then goes to the future, and you can use that to speak English to Mia Jovovich in the movie. He says something in the movie like, "Don't worry about why I can speak English." Or it's not important. I can't tell you. It's something like that. Some people got really mad that he had like a magical switch axe that could shoot like Link laser beams. That didn't really bother me that much. I mean, he could have just said like, "I'm a human like you, and I could speak English because I also came from Earth." You didn't have to make like a really weird storyline. Like, we've already demonstrated that there's like these portals and or gates. That's how she got there in the first place. Not just an isekai, a U.S. military semi-funded isekai. The propaganda that I read said that the military doesn't actually pay them to put U.S. military stuff in there. They do, however, give them all the equipment to use, I think, for basically free. I think they gotta, like, pay, like, the daily staff. It's like it's somebody's job to, like, manage that, you know, APC or whatever. Well, based on when it was released, if it was their first Monster Hunter experience and they decided to play the video game, their first game would have been World, and that's a pretty good time. Did Jen watch it with me? I think she did. What were her thoughts? You know, I don't think she really had. I don't think she had a lot of thoughts on it. I know she doesn't like body horror. And if there's something that you never thought would be in your Monster Hunter movie, I don't want to spoil it for you. There is body horror, so that's neat. But I play the game if my first exposure was the Monster Hunter movie. I have no way of knowing that. Yeah, if you like horrible body-related injuries and or illnesses, would it have been a good movie on its own? It's not the worst horror movie I've ever seen. I mean, it plays more as a horror movie than it does as an action movie. Like, it's almost as if he's, like, used to just, like, continually directing Resident Evil. It's just, like, Monster Hunter to me isn't, like, really a horror game. There's definitely, like, scary things in the game. But, like, I don't think of it as, like, a particularly, like, scary experience. You would have needed to change, like Kezu, like, you would have needed to change the lineup a little bit. Like, they make, Cephalos. They make Cephalos into a jump scare. Again, I hate to spoil anything for anyone. I'll spoil the scene a little bit. They go to, like, an oasis to, like, I don't know, relax or set up camp or something. And a Cephalos jumps out of the ground, jump scaring the audience and Mia Jovovich's character. And Tony Jaa takes a knife and, like, cuts it in half. He, like, bisects it while it's flying through the air. Which I guess, you know, happens kind of like the Velociprey in the earlier games, and it happens in this game. But my mental image of Monster Hunter, even though it's got violence and scary monsters and stuff, it's generally like more lighthearted than that. It's not things getting like cut in half unnecessarily. Yeah, there's even like an Aptonaut Stampede or something that's played for horror as well. Oh no, we're gonna die. Right, yeah, like, you know, if she just chilled, you know, I'm pretty sure she swung at him first. You gotta remember, though, she's supposed to be representing American military. I mean, and that kind of is, like, believable. You know, shoot first, ask questions later. My favorite part was one guy ad-libbing a intentionally or unintentionally racist rhyme, letting that get through the censors and do nothing to remove it from the movie as it's getting an early release in China. I'm breaking the horn. It's half broken. We're almost there. We've still got our bombs for when it goes to sleep. I mean, the little nursery rhyme he told was stupid. You know, I mean, on its very face value, you could laugh at it for being a stupid rhyme. But, like, you know, the Chinese audience is sensitive about that sort of thing. They're not going to be happy about it. It's nice not bouncing. I might die. I died. It's alright. We got health plus. We're okay. We've done okay this time. I don't know if his head is actually weaker now that we broke the horns. We did get supplies. Just strange. It's a strange decision. A decision that I wouldn't make. You just think, like, the movie must have gone through, like, so many hands before it hit the screen. Like, somebody would have said, like, hey, is this a joke that we need to have in the movie? You wish there was a bird G with a cat face and a bird wing pointing at me? I like that. I like that idea a lot. It was just like that. It flew through the air, and then it got cut in half. I guess the weird part about everyone having the armor designs for Monster Hunter World, though, in the Monster Hunter movie, is there was, like... I don't think there was any Monster Hunter World monsters in it. I think a big part of it, Dean, isn't... It's definitely a little exaggerated, because there's... Was it the China News Daily or whatever? It's just basically like a propaganda arm for the government, and it always takes, like, the most hardline stance in anything possible. Like, your average person probably didn't care too much. Most people are probably like, what the hell is the Monster Hunter movie? I would assume. swing his tail here? That was almost bad. What the hell did I hit that I bounced on? His back? I cut the tail? I wasn't even going for the tail. Well, that'll help a little bit. Did he just kill that Genfrey? No. Oh, very lucky. What the? Did the tail hit me? What? What? You wanted to make sure I felt that between my thighs. I kind of want to go back. Kind of want to go back to base camp and like rest, but I'm not going to. Greatsword Guard is actually like kind of amazing in DOS. Like it's not even like 50% meat. Kill. Oh, you bastard. Dude, he was somehow able to maneuver into the exact move that would get me immediately. Hardest part about Monster Hunter 1 is it had this situation where whenever like Monoblos or some other monsters, but most of Monoblos would roar, you obviously would get stunned for a really long time. But what could happen is you could be getting up off the ground, get roared, and then get stunned for the tail end of the animation, like the very last frame of it. And like you would have to take damage. Monster would like have a full like 20 seconds to just run up on you. You're gonna get blasted. That looks like probably in capture range. I think that was an instant in rage. Close to it. Limp. Oh, that's kind of nice. She just has so much health. That's really what makes 4 Horns a nightmare. Are those negative crits? That is old-style dragon damage. Okay. Gotta be a little careful here. This weapon has like, it's like 16 or 18 dragon on it. It's not a ton. It's enough to add up. It's especially nice on like Viserios and Gravios. Whoa, that was really close. I just got sandblasted. That's terrible. $16 dragon damage. It's enough. There are 2, maybe 3 monsters in the game that you need dragon damage in order to break the horn. Lunastra, Teostra, and I think Chameleos. And breaking their horns, especially Lunastra and Teostra, makes the fight way easier. That's bad. Okay, we got lucky. You know, with healing being so much more limited when you're fighting Lunastra and presumably Teostra, the flame aura around them just sucks away so much health. If you can go crazy, you can farm up Kushala's armor. Kushala gives you terrain resist and like bonus health regen. And it's a pretty hard counter to them. It's got good defense, too. Stamina's seen better days. It's not too much I can do about it. I mean, literal Monster Hunter dose Kushala, I almost struggle to say is actually kind of a fun fight. Paralysis and Poison are like extreme hard counters. I don't feel like there's ever been such a hard counter in the series history than Dose Kushala against either of them. Paralysis at like lasts some insane amount of time. It's like, might be like 15 seconds. And Poison's just like a lot of damage, and it's super weak, and it disables the Wind Aura, so. Poison's also good against Lunastra or Teostra. But what you really want is the dragon damage to just break the horn and disable the aura in the first place. It's a little bad. I'll go for this. Alright, you know what? If there were ever an opportunity to go in the bed. Come on! I've earned this. I've earned this one. I've got like 10 health. Pathetic. Stamina ticking down? Well, you know, one way my stamina will go up is when I die. You know what? We probably don't even need to kill the Diablos. We could actually probably just end via subquest after we break the horn. I'm not saying that's what I'm going to do. I'm just saying. We're one cart down with 20 minutes left. That would be the way to do it. If we don't get it on this kill, that's how we're gonna get the horn. We're gonna do horn runs. And with Greatsword, it'll be especially fast. Just for some reason, they stack Diablos with, like, so much health. It's like Diablos and Plesioth. They're just like, let's make the equivalent of battleships in our game. He looks chill, a little sleepy, a little nighttime. Yeah, that sucks. Immediately a third of our life gone. Genpray, don't hit me, please. I mean, it's definitely in capture range. I think we still have... Is this like 150 stamina? Or 75 stamina? We still have 75 stamina. We could lose one more chunk and it won't be the end of the world. We'll still be able to sprint a little bit. I don't understand, like, what I'm bouncing on. Oh my god. Did a lot of damage. Oh my god. Well, there goes all our health. It's just gone. It's just evaporated. No, we'll heal normally. I Diablos definitely don't approve of this. I'm sorry to hear that. Back for me dinner? It's kind of an early dinner. What is this chip damage? I'm dead. I'm so dead. I'm dead. I mean, it's limping. Are we going to go in for the kill? I feel like we still should. Capture? I mean, I would if I could. I don't got any capture materials. I have bombs. I tried to block it. Probably gonna do the tail thing. How's it going? I should really be finishing this quest via subquest, like 20 minutes ago. We're playing the sunk cost simulator. Want to play Sifu again? I have no idea. Good game, man. I want to get to the arena. I mean, he's low. I feel like he's been low for a while. His enrage is just like an insta-tap makes him mad, right? When do I play Monster Train again? Man, it was like 1 or 2 summers ago. One of the happiest things, one of the things that made me happier than anything in the world was just playing Monster Train naked in the air conditioning. It was just like so happy. It was like such a pure joy. Summer's coming back. I guess I could do it in Osaka this summer. You won't mind, will you? bare ass in the air conditioning with Monster Train on. Just take some pictures. Don't post them on Twitch. I don't want to get banned. My perfectly round, bloated body from eating all the food challenges. I left off at Covenant 24. I think that's a good Covenant to leave off at. Like come from the Banshees of Insurance? I have no idea what that means. What does that mean? It's just, I was racing Fire Cannon to get to 25, and he just got there before me, man. He won. Naked and share with this pecker out? I mean, you can't. I mean, you're naked. I mean, what do you think it's going to look like? There's no way you went back to 3. Right? I feel like if we're going back... I mean, why are you not going to 9? I know you're limping. He's in 9. He made it look like he wasn't going to 9. He's in 9. He has to be. I carved the tail. Right here. Question is what's more damage? A bomb or my sword? Probably a bomb. Actually, I don't know. It's probably close, but two bombs is probably more damage than one sword. Where did he go? How's everyone today? Terrible. I don't know where else it goes. 9, 7, 3. Once I get this twisted horn, I'll be great. I almost have to sub-quest out. I've got 10 minutes left. 14 minutes left. Almost 10 minutes left. It'll be 10 minutes by the time we find the Diablos. I mean, is he still here? Was that him leaving? Why are you over there? What I think about DOS so far? I mean, this is like my 4th or 5th time playing through it. You know, it's a great challenge. You can't take that away from it. I have informed opinions. Mind if I steal them? I mean, it's one of the better looking Monster Hunter games because it's designed for a console and not a portable. Even if it was a PlayStation 2. The systems, while not necessarily outwardly fun, do provide some really interesting depth. Do I still have a respiratory infection, or do you have a respiratory infection? Oh my God. It's a hard game. I mean, it was a game that built off of the success of Monster Hunter and Monster Hunter G and said, what if we added more systems? And while they've definitely added systems since this game, they were all systems that worked in the benefit of the player. The systems that were added in this game were mostly added to kick the player in the balls. It's not a bad thing. It's an interesting thing. You know, you've got 3 seasons. You've got 2 times of day. You've got rotating subquests. You've got key quests. The monster drop rate is very low. The armor upgrade system is complicated and also very punishing. The decoration system is complicated and also punishing. Weapon balance is... I mean, normally weapon balance isn't anything I worry about, but like there's certain weapons that are just like... They're just like not good. They're just like hunting horn and gun lance. Like you're just getting punished for wanting to play those weapons. You know, if you're playing like multiplayer, yeah, maybe hunting horn's okay for the attack up. Think they'll ever remake a previous Monster Hunter game? I don't think they want to take staff off the new games. I think that's the issue. I think if they could snap their fingers and have like all the old games remastered on current gen systems, they would do it. But for them to look good and run well and to fix any like, you know, bugs that might pop up, they don't want to take a, you know, somebody who is the director for the next main Monster Hunter and be like, hey, can you give us a couple months working on remastering Monster Hunter DOS? Bizarrios. I think a lot of people would be okay with something that has been emulated and has like online play hacked in some way. But I think even that is something that they're like, they don't want to risk taking out that time from someone's day. I mean, maybe they could find a company that'd be willing to do it. Those are cool drinks looking. We don't need to buy them. We've got plenty. How's Bo? I don't know. If it's anything like the only new weapon that's decent is the longsword. Longsword's pretty good. It doesn't necessarily scale like crazy well, but I think it's pretty good. I think we got to sleep seasons again. Still have your 3DS and your Vita? Yeah, I mean, you know, 3DS and Vita, get it done. Yeah, I mean, emulation nowadays is like so good for everything that it's almost an afterthought playing on like the actual consoles for them. You want Yama Tsukami back. I mean, Yama's a neat monster. I don't know how well he would work in Rise with all the defensive options, but it is definitely neat. All right, we want bombs, right? We have bombs. Okay. Especially original controllers? I mean, you know, it's just an issue getting like the original controllers working well. I mean, they're definitely a lot more sturdy than modern controllers. Like I've never broken controllers before, but I've gone through about one controller a year. It's insane. And like I push buttons pretty hard, but like I don't throw my controllers. Like I don't like go like crazy and like start like slamming it. There's one common denominator behind all the controllers. I mean, I never broke a PlayStation 2 controller or a GameCube controller or even like a Wii controller. It's really only with like that last gen, like the DualShock 4 era plus, that things have been sussy. We need to find fatty tomatoes. I've been thinking about getting the King Kong Pro 2 controller. I've heard people say that if you get a good one, they're really, really good, but the quality control on them is kind of bad. Anyone know anything about that? I'm assuming I can get fatty tomatoes in breeding season. King Kong 2 Pro Controller? Maybe it's just called the King Kong 2. They've got Hall sensors in the analogs and in the triggers. I'll find it. It's called the Ghillie Kit. Ghillie Kit King Kong 2 Pro Controller. This is a referral link. Hashtag sponsored. You have the smaller pad by 8-bit though? Yeah, that's the, it's the same price as the, King Kong 2. The advantage is it's got the back buttons. The only downside is I know some people said they didn't really, like, some of the buttons were sticking on that. Both of them have quality control issues. But I was looking at that 8-bit though one as well. We needed 3 of these, right? Triggers are massive. You can set the motion range to them. Yeah, I mean, I use the back paddle attachment on my DualShock 4. It's necessary, dude. I don't want to push L3 or R3. I mean, it wears out your analog sticks faster. Even with a Hall effect sensor, like, I would still be worried about what it would do to it. I'm trying to think what my favorite modern D-pad is. I like the Switch Pro. I know people hated it, but I thought it was fine. And DualShock is a pretty good D-pad. So in Monster Hunter DOS, I do have L3 and R3 set to something else. I set them to left and right because you attack with the right analog. I like the Circle D-pad and the Xbox Elite controller. My Xbox Elite controller died in like 4 months, Julian Carter. It was like 4 to 6 months it died. Makes me so mad. I got an 8-bit Pro 2 controller, and like it's okay. The only thing I don't like about it is like the way the back analogs are set up is like, you know, like there's like a little, let me show it. There's like a little lip here. You see how that goes down? Well, with the way the 8-bit controller is, the way you rest your fingers, you sometimes pinch your little fingers in there. Your little fingers get pinched in there. And you're like, ow, I pinched my fingers. That's my only complaint. And I don't really like the back buttons on it. They're too easy to activate. But in general, I like it. So I might get that King Kong 2 controller. I said, apparently if you get a good one, it's really good. Give me more fatty tomatoes. This is terrible. He's getting closer, man. Go away. Go away. Yeah, I'm just curious. I'm just curious about the Hall effect, how it feels. Thrustmasters. Both of your Thrustmasters broke? Well, didn't you get like a mini Thrustmaster? But if those new analog sticks end up drifting too, then the technology has seriously failed. There's no reason for the analog sticks to ever drift. I guess if you like dropped them down a flight of stairs and like the magnets got like desensitized. Well, we're no longer double weak to poison. So. Characters will run to the side and not walk. I had, in the time that I used mine, I had one analog that got like a little loose. And then I just replaced it. But it, you know, I would understand if somebody had the conspiracy theory of, you know, they sold you a controller that let you replace the analog sticks and then made sure you would want to replace the analog sticks. The D-pad was great on the Thrustmaster, actually. That was one of my favorite parts of it. It was the button that broke on me, the face buttons. That was my issue. Almost got out of the way. Probably be using my bombs, huh? After this. Did I just break his chest? I think I did. Wow. That was fast, huh? Probably heal. This I'm dead. He just true comboed me. He roared and then he farted. There was nothing I can do about it. Well, I could have not attacked him. I could have kept my health higher, I guess. This is another situation where, like, the right call might just be to, like, quest out. I'm not going to do it, but... I mean, most modern Monster Hunter games, you don't card it. You certainly are never super worried about, like, dying. That's usually not, like, a big concern. Overestimate your skill level. I do forget sometimes that not everybody is like decade-old, like basement dwellers. Decade veterans. Okay, I'm not 10 years old. Heard of the sap plants? I'll get rid of the Huskers. Probably get rid of the old pickaxes, right? Don't really need those. I mean, for anyone to go back and play the series, I mean, DOS is a really, really interesting game. But I think for, like, the average person, like, Freedom Unite is probably where I would suggest people go. DOS is, like, hard drugs for, like, when you're already, like, a hardcore addict. You just need, like, another hit. Well, there's clearly nothing here. No tomatoes here. Start at Monster Hunter 1. I mean, Monster Hunter 1 is interesting. It's not a bad game. I would, again, probably... Well, I mean, the nice thing about Monster Hunter 1 and Monster Hunter DOS is they don't have super combos. Does DOS have the stupid controls? What are the stupid controls to you? Because I would take analog controls over super combos. It does have analog stick attacks. However, they're working on a patch that ports the PSP controls back over. So that will be available someday. But honestly, it used to be worse than super combos, or it used to be worse than analogs because, like, super combos were worse. Like, weird, ambiguously timed combos. I don't think not wanting to do analog stick attacks is a skill issue necessarily. It's very unique. I can't think of any other game that's ever done it quite as well. Maybe there's some pale limitations. I think there was one fight against Bizarrios I literally only bounced on. Maybe I'll make that this fight. I mean, his normal attacks don't really do a lot of damage. You don't get what I mean there? All right, so on the PSP games, you have Monster Hunter Freedom and you have Monster Hunter Freedom 2. And in order to do long combos, like in the modern games, you just push the button. That's all you need to do, is push the button, and like there's a little bit of buffering. So like it'll know you push the next button in the sequence, it'll go right into it as you're attacking. Monster Hunter Freedom, Monster Hunter Freedom 2 kinda had that. It had face button attacking. But in order to link your attacks, it had something called super combos, which meant you had to press... There was no buffering. You had to push the next button in the attack at a specific time for it to combo fluidly. Hammer did not have stun in Monster Hunter 1. It's like Street Fighter Lynx. You know that better than me. I mean, some weapons it didn't matter that much. Like, you know, like Great Sword and Hammer, like it wasn't as big of a deal. Although it definitely was a bit of a big deal because if you would sometimes just like not do your golf swing. But like things that you had to push the button a lot, like Sword and Shield, it just felt terrible. And like Sword and Shield is really strong in that game too. I thought that Sword and Shield got, well, was it buffed in Freedom? It got like a flat 50% sharpness boost for raw. I don't know if that counted on element as well. Some people claim it's a bug. Guess it's a little hard to say. I have a hard time believing they'd let 50% bonus damage just go through by accident. Oh, he's mad. Like, how dare you? Well, that was a lot of damage. Links for basic stuff in a PvE game was an abomination. So, Monster Hunter Freedom Unite, which was the follow-up expansion to Monster Hunter Freedom 2, which is the portable version of this game, got rid of super combos. It's one of the most important entries in the series because, like, it makes the game, like, fun to play. Like, more, it's like, just the act of playing the game is just, like, easier to do. You can play more of it. You're not fatiguing yourself with analog attacks or trying to link together, like, super combos. It's really unsettling, though. Like, if you ever try to play the older games, like, you'll be like, ooh, what's going on in Freedom 2? We are right next to the camp. We could bed. Freedom 1 on PSP? If you have it on like a UMD, just boot it up someday. And just see how it feels trying to combo like an Aptonoff. Be like, ooh, why does this feel so weird compared to modern Monster Hunter? I've killed a Bizarrios and a Gravios. I'm not going to triple to a Bizarrios. Is food and farm? Yeah, I mean, it gives you some benefits. I mean, the portable team was really on a roll, like all the way up through portable third. I mean, they were the banger team. I mean, they did a lot of good for the series. People love those games. Monster Hunter Freedom Unite and Monster Hunter Portable Third became like a cultural icon in Japan. Like, it was just like the thing that you did on like your lunch breaks or like on the subway or whatever. And I'm sure, you know, the developers would sit on the subway and whatever and see people playing their game like, yeah, that's dope. And it is kind of dope. I mean, the game series was developed because of the network adapter. Like, it is a multiplayer game at heart. Here it goes again. It was this, Resident Evil Outbreak, and was it Auto Modelista? Does that sound right? There's the 3 games. Sony's like, we want to sell these network adapters. It's really funny. It wasn't like the games existed and they're like, we're gonna make you this network adapter for your popular game that would be more popular if it was multiplayer. It's like, we made this network adapter, now make us multiplayer games. I'm really thinking. I think I gotta go heal. I still have an PS2 Fat with the network adapter. Don't tell the emulation police, but I have a hard drive in it, and I back up my own games, of course, to it to play off of my PlayStation 2 hard drive. Was it an original Ethernet adapter for Final Fantasy XI? I'm sure it was a big part of it. What was that, 2001? No, 2000. Well, maybe it was 2001. It was like 2002, 2003. PS3 Power Brick, it wouldn't have had the overheating issues. Might have been a space thing. They were trying to, like, make it more amenable to, like, a smaller space. It's a big deal in Japanese homes. They want to have, like, smaller devices. Stream the games to your network adapter and bypass the hard drive? There's no way it's got the same performance as playing up a hard drive. I don't believe it. I mean, what's it cost to throw a terabyte hard drive in your PlayStation? Sharpness level you not to bounce? Well, if I could ever hit that chest cleanly with like a charge, I wouldn't bounce. Last time I killed him, it was like, oops, all bounces. That's how he died. Easy because the hard drive, you gotta unscrew it and put the games on it? It's not that hard. That hard? How often are you flipping your games around? I admit this looks miserable. There's people out there that unironically think the series needs to go back to this level of depravity. They're like, the series is ruined! Mint chocolate chip! It's too much, man. I'm sure you could just install the games over the network adapter. If you could stream them, you could probably just install them. It might take a while, but... I think portable third is probably about the peak. I'm still, like, not sold on mounting monsters. As weird as that sounds, I'm like, I'll do it. I'll mount the monster, damn it. I'll get on that thing and I'll do the little mini game. But I think mounting is mostly a distraction. It's certainly a very easy way to just, like, invalidate a monster's moveset. Portable third needed a G-Ring?
Oh, it's my birthday. Oh, yeah.
They have code in the game that references G-Rank. Like, it was either left over or coded with, you know, the possibility of going into a G-Rank. I just think Nintendo gave them a bunch of money to make Try. Not even necessarily to make Try. To make Try was on their platform. And any plans they had to continue the series on the PSP just kind of died there. We're like, all right, we'll take your money. That was a tough time. I mean, it was a good time for Monster Hunter. I mean, because those games were just good, but... Early 2010 Capcom is not good business decisions, Capcom. They made a lot of strange choices. And, like, the craziest thing is always like... Man, you know, the West wasn't ready for Monster Hunter. It's like, are you crazy? Put it on a real HD console. If they put it on the Xbox 360 and the PlayStation 3, like, I'm not saying it would have done as well as World, but, like, it would have sold. People love co-op games. You put your game on the Wii U and the 3DS. I'm not opposed to having ports that are portable. That is really funny. That is maybe the strangest death animation I have ever seen. Have a good night, ZMTL. That is bizarre, man. He's like, I'm dead! I gotta get out of the ground to let you know I'm dead! We're probably going to have to fight him again. Well, there's certain animations the monsters are not allowed to die in. They're not allowed to die when they're underground. So I took them down below health, and then you had to do the animation of getting out of the ground first. No, I'm not Mechalite farming. I think to beat the game, you need 3 Bizarro shells. You need a couple Bizarro shells, you need a Twisted Horn, you need fatty tomatoes. Zamtrios will die as a fat frog. That is true. One of my favorite animations in the series is Fat Zamtrios paralyzed. I love it. Fat or sleepy, fat Zamtrios is precious. Well, I think we got all the shells we needed. So that's like... start. I mean, we could have used that Macalite earlier. Could have used it yesterday. If I had routed better, I would have had it. Play World is on the Steam Deck. I guess it runs well enough on the Steam Deck, right? World is just such a... Oh, we got everything! Yes! Exactly correct. You need the book. Yes. You just give so little money. Yeah, I don't... I need a Psycho Serum. I need the old lady to come by. I don't know how else to make them. Is it an Excite Shroom? Psycho Serum is Excite Shroom. Well, you know what? We've got the combiner. And I think it'll do, like, random combinations for you. Cactus Flower and Lightning Bug. I mean, hey, I'll try it. Let's buy one more combo book. Well, it's not Thunderbug. You can usually do any of the subquests. And that'll proc the granny to show up. So I'll just kill this Cutcoo. It's probably Flashbug, because it's not Thunderbug. Wonder for information about this translation. Oh, that's a great question. I don't know if they have a website. I don't know if the Discord is public yet either. I'm trying to see if it's a public server or not. The patch is planned to be released this month. How many dose translations? Are we at 4? It's around 4. I mean, this is definitely the best one. I mean, there's not even a question about that. You know what? I needed to get honey anyways. We're going to want plenty of honey for Lunastra, so. This one is essentially like professional localization tier. Like if you spent money on this translation in 2007 or whatever, 2008, you would be pretty happy with it. Like you wouldn't be mad. Like, oh, this is fine. It meets or definitely even exceeds the quality of the day. Two honey? Really? That's all you got? Breeding season? I mean, PS2 was nice because you had small game studios able to do really weird experimental stuff. Sell like 10,000 copies and be like, that's awesome. And then like keep doing that. You know, budgets are so large now. And everything is basically like a stock traded company. You know, you can't just make like a weird artistic piece game and be like, we sold 10,000 copies, we broke even. Riverpick, what's up, dude? I mean, even Capcom. Capcom's at that point now. You know, you still have the occasional Ace Attorney and like classic game collections that they release, but for the most part, it's like Resident Evil, Street Fighter, Monster Hunter. All right, they're taking a little risk on Exoprimal, but even then, it's like online PvP battle pass. I'm gonna play it, but it's not classic weird indie studio. I mean, games going up to $70 isn't too egregious. I mean, that's inflation. The issue is there's a lot more games than there is demand for $70 games. You get those indie developers eating your lunch if you start charging 70. I don't have to buy Resident Evil 4. I have Resident Evil 4. We'll play it. Just buy it anyways? Buy it on all the consoles again? Maybe not a bad idea. Wait, Mercs is multiplayer? Well, I've got genuine concern about Square Enix because almost all of their verbiage to investors is like, our traditional game sales are failing. We could only make money off of Final Fantasy XIV, and we're thinking of putting all of our investments into NFTs. Combo Greatsword is weird. It has charge. We don't have focus and we don't have crit draw, so combo is all right. I'm trying to think the weirdest game Square Enix has released. I don't think Forspoken counts. I'm not counting Forspoken. Chocobo Kart? Didn't that have, like, again, like, season pass, like, microtransactions for everything? I'm glad Live a Live is good. I've heard Harvestella is really good. I've heard it's actually, like, really good. Which is funny, because, like, when it was announced, like, amidst, like, 10 other companies also announcing, like, cute farm games. Not that Harvestella is necessarily a cute farm game, but you know what I mean. Oh, I think the Hunter Pass is coming. Definitely. A Geofield Crystals Chronicles, I feel like... Oh, wow, hey, it expanded. I feel like that was just like a Capcom... Or not Capcom, Square Enix published game. I feel like another company came in and worked on them. I think they made ED0, which is like literally like the weird PlayStation 2 game released in like the modern era. Wait, do you not need the Psycho Serum? No, you still need the Psycho Serum. Any Game Pass recommendations? I don't know. Psycho Serum. I don't have any money, man. There's a lot of good stuff on Game Pass. All right. Delivery time. What? 200 Zenny? Is it ready to fight? Where am I at Diablo now? Well, I hit 70. I'm like Paragon 40 or something like that. I think she shows up in like a certain... Doesn't she show up at like a certain time? No, I didn't. I haven't played it, man. Last night, all I did was Japanese work, and I still failed everything. I should have just kept playing Diablo now that I think about it. It's not like my grades would have been that much better. Oh, wow. The city's bragging about the village. Thank you for the well-done steak. All right, so I got to find it during the day. Okay. All right. Let's rest until the day. It does make me sad. I want to do well in my class. I don't want to be like that one loser old guy who's too dumb. Too dumb to keep up with the kids. It's not fair, man. All they got to do is study. I mean, I know they've got classes, but like, not that hard. Cool drink. I think he wants to eat. I play video games for money? I know, but like, I'm definitely older than a college student. I don't have as much energy after I play the video games. There's only so much studying I can do. School is signaling anyway? Not when you're studying Japanese, man. You either know it or you don't. There's a lot of other things that are signaling. Not Japanese class. I tried to study on stream and people yelled at me, man. You're like, why are you studying? Do that in your own time. Signaling that you will sniff the professor's butthole and cite all their favorite sources and then recite it back to them. They love that stuff, dude. I don't even know what the conversion rate is nowadays from people that get college degrees. How many of them actually end up getting like a career in the thing that they wanted to do? It's got to be like 25%. Volcano. They said she was there in the volcano. Is it the wrong season? I'll say my textbooks were fairly cheap. I got 2 years worth of textbooks for $180? That was 2 textbooks, 2 workbooks, and the answer key. $180. That's not too bad. Still use Genki? I think there's a bunch of textbooks out there right now, but we're using Genki, yeah. Where's the Lunastra? They said fight the Lunastra during the day. Oh, okay. He wants to give it to me. High school science teacher, the biggest goldfish in his classroom? That kind of owns. Takeshi is such a loser. We're in a chapter right now, and the dialogue is his freshman girlfriend is like, hey, Takeshi, my boyfriend, I'm thinking of these 2 cities I want to visit. Hokkaido and like, I forget the other one. Which one do you think is more interesting? And he said, my friend told me, he didn't even tell it. He said, my friend told me Hokkaido's more interesting. The food is better there. She's like, that's great. Maybe I'll go there. She says, where are you going to go for your vacation? And he's like, I don't have any money. I'm going to stay at home. And she said, that's too bad. I'll get you a souvenir. and the best part is the next scene in the same chapter is she's in Hokkaido. She's there at the hotel asking if she can go on a tour to see the zoo. And the woman's like, yeah, that'll be 4,000 yen. She's like, that sounds great. I'll go on Sunday. I've got the money to go to Hokkaido by myself, stay at a hotel by myself, and I've got extra money to go see the zoo. Takeshi's a loser, man. In chapter 3, it's chapter 2 or chapter 3, he invites her to go see a movie. He says, meet me in front of the McDonald's and we'll go see a movie. He then goes and waits in front of a Moss Burger for an hour without his cell phone. And so she calls him. He doesn't pick up. And so she just goes to the temple, takes some pictures, and then goes home. And her host mom's like, how was your date? How was the movie? She says, I didn't see it. Because Takeshi never showed up. And so she calls him and she said, Takeshi, where were you? And he said, I waited in front of the Moss Burger for an hour. And she's like, Moss Burger? You said McDonald's. I waited for an hour. And he's like, I'm sorry, Mary. And like, they're still going out. It's a tragedy, man. Takeshi is a harem MC? You have it all wrong. She's look, Mary-san is out there living her best life without Takeshi, and she's better off without him. Takeshi is below Rent-A-Girlfriend tier. At least Rent-A-Girlfriend guy can afford to take his girlfriend out. Takeshi, like, can't even take his girlfriend out. He doesn't have any money. I think she just thinks he's funny. He's like a pet to her. Like a little monkey. My idiot boyfriend. She's always studying. She's always, you know, doing well on her tests. She's going places. What does Takeshi do? He shows up. He's at, like, parties. What a loser. What a dork. People are like, oh, it's so sad. Takeshi and Mary, you know, may not end up staying together forever. I'm like, good. How are you on chapter 3 and you didn't already think Takeshi, like, needed to be broken up with? Dump his ass. What are you gonna do? Bring him back to the United States so he can just play video games in your basement and sleep on your couch all day? Better off without him. I think she runs a lot. I think she runs a lot. She's got some big teeth. I never noticed her bottom jaw there. Would it ever make sense to have big lower tusks like that? Like in the wild? Told you she likes to run. Hippos have crazy teeth all over though. Wow, she runs so fast. Maybe I got a block. So in my brain, yellow sparks was when she shot the explosions far away. But I think they're actually for when they're close. My extra health! That's terrible. Herbivores use the bottom tusks to fight each other. I just feel like if you were like attacking something, like large top teeth feel like you could lunge easily with them. You'd have to be like scooping your head down real low to get them with the bottom tusks. I should really hit her with the bombs. You gotta go? It was fun having you around, man. Where do your jams go? I died. But you can't eat because the top teeth are too big? You just swallow it. I mean, usually not all of your teeth are too big. Tusks are used like horns, but for your mouth. I just don't understand the bottom teeth. That's my only issue. I understand tusks. I don't understand why they're in the bottom, though. I guess they look cool. I mean, she still has top tusks. They're just not as big as her bottom tusks. All right, blocking helped. Don't run again. That's unreal, dude. Growl. Turn around. Why isn't that a real roar? No way I rolled that roar. Man, that's messed up, dude. Does Dose keep the weird right stick controls of the first game? Both Dose and Monster Hunter 1 have analog attacks, yeah. How did my health get sucked so quickly? Man, this is terrible. I mean, we could get a head stagger very easily, but down to 1 cool drink. That's not good. I'm going to try and flash bomber. I am going to try and bomber. And then I'm just going to pray. She really doesn't have a lot of life. It's not like we're at the top of the tower. A more sensible control scheme? Well, we were just talking about it earlier. Monster Hunter Freedom and Freedom 2 still had bad controls. They had super combos. It was only till Freedom Unite that it was really good, and obviously Portable Third was fine as well, but I would take Monster Hunter and DOS over Freedom and Freedom 2. It wasn't the claw, it was the fact that you had to, like, you know, rhythm game your attacks. Like, not great. How did that miss? She's gone. Goodbye. Oh, I mean, most of the world themes, like, are good, but none of them are great because they're almost missing the baseline. Goodbye. Is she gonna go to an area with rocks? You know, the funny thing is if you're playing with Sword and Shield, she's already dead. Or Bowgun, she's just, like, already dead. Hello, Jennifer. How are you feeling today? Okay. I'll take okay, right? I'd say so. What are the options? Okay. Yeah. Sure. Sounds great. Yeah. Order more tots for Jennifer. I think probably one of Jen's greatest nightmares would be being forced to eat an entire order of Domino's loaded tots and then being put on an airplane for 3 hours. I don't think that would go well. Just like... In Freedom 1, you had to time your presses like your combos in PSO. Well, the difference is that PSO gave you a lot of good feedback on when to push your button. There's none of that feedback in Freedom and Freedom 2. I mean, I think it's going to be a tiny airplane, Noxella, too. You know, on Tuesdays, our class is, like, in a really little room. Like, there's a fire code sign on the door. It's, like, no more than, like, 10 people in a room at a time or something like that. And today, like, I really had to fart. Like, it was really bad. Like, I had a lot of really bad gas building up. I was very concerned. Like, I don't even know what you do. Like, you would just be stuck in the room with, like, my hotbox. Like, would people just leave? Like, would people just get up and, like, walk out of the room? Suffer? That's not like, it's not like your friends or family farting. You know, some random old dude farting up a room. You gotta sit there and breathe in his stink. We're gonna combo this. You can bring the, if you want to start filling up that blue one. Yep. I don't need too much room in it, by the way, so. Okay. Well, take your time. We can bring up to 50 pounds, so. Nah, it's not long. 50 pounds of what? I'm gonna bring, like, the microcomputer. I'm gonna bring everything I need to stream. I don't know how much I'm gonna stream, but I'm gonna bring everything I need. Beans? Just bring my 25-pound of bags. No, I'm visiting my mom for a couple days. It's gonna be a while before I see her. So there might be a little bit less streaming over the next couple days. Like I said, I'll probably stream a little bit. It'll probably be stuff nobody wants to see. It'll probably be like Monster Hunter Rise or something. So I can just stream and everybody's like, I don't want to watch that. I just go back to hanging out with my mom. Stream with my mom. Everybody says like stream with your mom. She doesn't want to. She has to suffer the indignity of hanging out with all of her friends. All of her retired friends. And they're like, how are your sons doing? And one of them's like an accomplished scientist, and the other one is literally an internet clown. And the best thing that she can do is say he plays video games for a living. And they're like, what? You like the Rise PowerPoint thing? It was something. Alright, so we gotta sleep until night? Can we go there during this? I don't think we can go there during hot season. I'm gonna skip seasons. Tell her to talk about Dream Match? I don't think there's nothing to be ashamed about Dream Match. Well, I won a trip to Japan. I competed among the best teams in the world. I came not last. I don't mind that. That's awesome. I interviewed an Infamous director. I don't know that he's really infamous. I mean, most people would just be like, oh, the guy that did Resident Evil. I was saying it's like Infamous. I don't think he's ever been accused of like mistreating. Actually, I guess there was one stunt person that got hurt on his set. Now that I think about it. Why doesn't she talk about it? I mean, she might talk about it. I don't think somebody died. I think somebody did get injured, though, now that I think about it. She, like, lost her hand? I don't think they died. Oh, it's possible somebody died, but I... Yeah, I mean, that's obviously not good. Oh, we probably got to talk to him. He wants me to talk to him. All right, so let's get cool drinks and hot drinks. All right, don't need to be stingy. Boo, repel. I think the real hunt is coming up. I think it's this, and I think it's the tower. I don't think there's a third area. Well, the third area is the tower. Apparently, who was it? Uma Thurman in Kill Bill 2 was doing like... It wasn't even that impressive of a shot. Was doing some scene in a car with Quentin Tarantino. And like, they had to have her in the car, and she like... It like crashed. Wasn't her fault, obviously. And she just has like permanent neck pain now. It's terrible, dude. It's terrible what happens. I saw Uma Thurman in person once. She was at the MoMA in New York. And she was getting out of an elevator as I was getting to the elevator. And I didn't like do anything weird or creepy or anything, but I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, hey, that's Uma Thurman. You lied? I forgive you. Meatballs? Brown chicken. I like the idea of that pizza. I don't know why. What are you in the mood for? Yeah, I'm into the pizza, but don't start it now, because it only takes like what, 20 minutes? All right, we'll make that one. Okay. We thought there was chicken parmesan. There's no chicken parmesan, guys. If you need to know the status of my freezer, there is a frozen pizza in there, though. We're gonna eat that. Pathetic. Oh, we had them. We ate them. How many packs of hot dogs? No, I don't think I have any packs of hot dogs. Don't get me confused with Bee Sponge, okay? That's the hot dog guy around here. Do I have any ingredients to make chicken parm? I have, like, bougie stuffed chicken breasts that have been breaded. But they are not chicken parm. But if I needed cheesy breaded chicken product, like, I have that. Like, it exists. I'm just gonna chill a little bit. I need to heal. Is my bean portfolio coming along? Capcom's doing great. Thank you for asking. Record high in the Nikkei. One of the best investments I've ever done. Like, ever. It's not financial advice. I'm not recommending you buy Capcom, but you could definitely do worse. I could die here. I mean, and the interesting thing about video game companies is, like, similar to movies. You know, they have a very long tail end for people buying their video games, especially like Capcom games. Like, people are still buying Resident Evil 6. And that game is a joke. She turned her head. Can't tell if she's enraged or not. Ooh. This is really annoying. Do I want to get her with the bombs now? Probably not. Probably want to wait for, like, poison. I think they're probably still releasing Just Dance on the Wii, dude. I wouldn't be surprised if that's still, like, going. There's no way Dragon's Dogma 2 is going to outsell, like, even, like, Resident Evil 4 Remastered, but it'll do well. That's bad. This snipe might? Woo! What the hell happened there? I think Just Dance is an Ubisoft game. Allegedly, that is like one of the most overworked departments in video game companies. They treat their employees real bad. I shouldn't be laughing. It's terrible. It's a tragedy. Flash bombs are really good. They disable the aura. Definitely a lot more life in this map than in the volcano. Kind of hard to aim that greatsword charge. You almost want to aim for like the end of the animation. Am I feeling better? I am feeling a little bit better. I was tasting blood yesterday, which was a scary feeling. But I'm not really feeling that today, so that's a good sign. Jen's like, sees her doctor, and her doctor gets mad at her because when her doctor wouldn't see her because she hadn't gotten a COVID test, she went to an urgent care who had already diagnosed her with the flu. She got mad at her for some reason. What do you get mad at me for? You're the one that wouldn't see me. Messed up, dude. Tasting blood when you cough? It's terrible, dude. Yeah, I mean, it's the worst feeling in the world when you feel like you can't breathe. There's one. Ooh. Oh, I should not have dived. I might get hit because of that. All right, not punished yet. What the hell? Is it just random? Is it just random what? Whether it's going to be far or close? This. I guess maybe it was Freedom 2 or Unite that gave her orange and yellow. Died for poison knives? Honestly, kind of worth it, man. She takes a lot of poison damage. Don't. Didn't even get the poison. Saddest thing. That's only one cart. Probably not worth going for a snipe there. How's Dose Adventure going? This is it, man. We're right on the precipice of finishing at least the main part of the run. Goodbye. That's not broken yet. Can you go to Dundorma yet? I think you can go to Dundorma from the start. I don't think you have to be online to go there. How's the stream going? We're getting very close to my goal. You might be able to get some high rank materials at the end of low rank. Like, I think when you go to the other village, spoilers, there's another village. You might be able to get some materials that technically qualify as high rank. If you've missed any of the 3 to 4 other playthroughs I've done in this game. This game not have a category on Twitch. It has a category for Monster Hunter 2, which is not really the name of the game. It's Monster Hunter Dose. So you can stream under that category if you want. I don't care though. I would be streaming Freedom Unite under this category. I'm a rebel. That Twitch was strict about that? If you're like streaming your butthole tanning under the chess channel, you might get in trouble. But like if you're streaming like Monster Hunter under Monster Hunter, you think they got better stuff to do? Can I test that? How many people do you think would tune in to a live stream of you tanning your butthole? Why would you want to tan your butthole? You want to go on dates with like a pasty butthole? You want it to all be like a uniform shade, man. 2K, that would be close, if not above, my all-time concurrent viewer high. One-way trip to ass cancer? I mean, I'm not saying you're gonna like, you know, you're not gonna be like canning it every weekend, you know, like once or twice a year, you know, just keep a little color on it. I knew a guy in college that would bleach his butthole. The guy was not me. Before anyone says it's me. It's not me. I was not that guy. Just stop you right there. What if he's got another meal for me? He might. I wish they gave me immunizers. Although maybe immunizers are not in this game. Like, dude, not sick in the hospital? I mean, there's probably a quote-unquote healthy amount you could tan. I mean, I don't think it was like literally like bleach, but it was just a solution. What holds the cheeks open? What do you think you're paying the guy for to put it on your butthole? I feel like we've come farther than this, chat. I feel like you guys should probably know better. I'm not disappointed or anything, but, you know, come on. No! No, I'm not here to drink. All right. I don't have any honey. But I think we have enough healing. Carrot, do you know, I think almost consistently across the board, every playthrough I've done in DOS where I fought the arm wrestler, I have broken a controller. Including this one. Fire Cannon, thank you. I'm not doing it anymore. I'm not breaking any more controllers.
Given 422 gift subs in the channel.
I'm glad that insofar as we've played this, they haven't been like, by the way, did you know that tower is made of Kushala Daoras? They're just like, yeah, it's a mysterious tower, because that's what it is. You don't see why I have that baller Capcom money. I don't understand what you're saying. Why I have it? Like why they give it to me? I don't really get that much money from Capcom. I do get some sponsorships from Capcom, but it's not like a lot. They don't pay me like a monthly salary. That'd be sweet if they did. You can buy another controller? I mean, I could. Or I could also not break my controllers. I'd rather spend my money buying more Capcom stock. We're buying stock in the controller companies. Worth more, my dignity or my controller? My controller? I'm an internet clown. I almost want to move my, like, other self-directed IRAs into Capcom stock, and it's, like, really unhinged. Do I think Capcom can make a good controller? They've probably made some fight sticks in the past, or at least have been a part of the fight sticks. I'm pretty sure they were involved with Nintendo with the design for some buttons or layouts on certain controllers. Like, I think the layout on... Was it the new 3DS? Was partly inspired by Capcom for Monster Hunter. And, like, they did it. They're like, we need more buttons or something. I think they need more RAM or something, and they got it. This is a big map. Nub's an abomination? I mean, I guess it's better than no nub. Yeah, like that 3D Pro was definitely like a Capcom thing, right? I bought one of those hoping to use like my Capture 3DS on it. And then I realized that in order to make it a Capture 3DS, the guy had to rip out the IR port that would make the Capture, the Circle Pad Pro work with it. That sucked. Oh well. What are you gonna do? Life. Somebody was saying in chat earlier, like, they thought the portable era was good for Monster Hunter. And in some degree, it's true. Like, the game... Oh my god. The game was definitely okay on portable, but I still wish we had like an HD version of it with like real controllers that ran well for all of them, because like 3U doesn't look great. We never got a 4U HD. Don't talk to me about Double Cross. Okay, this is what we're gonna stay next to the wall. That's messed up, man. Good thing we're not speedrunning. There'd be a lot of resets. If you wanted to get a world record, it would be a lot of resetting. You'd have a little bit of tolerance, probably, for RNG, but... ultimately, whatever the best RNG run would be, you'd go for that. It would almost definitely be Sword and Shield. It might be Bowgun. But you can definitely farm up Sword and Shield very quickly. Just rig the RNG to do reduced resets. You could do that. Maybe. Maybe you can do that. Just give yourself 999 of every item. Why waste time even gathering? We're not done, by the way. We still have another area like that. You thought we were done? Oh, no. No. Nope. How much time has it been? 5 minutes? We're still climbing the tower? when you look at the walls, they do look a little bit like they've got like a Remobra pattern on them or something. I don't really know that I see Kushala on there. Those look like bird bones. Like the skeleton pattern of like a bird? Maybe they're vines. But sometimes they look a little bit like a skeleton. A fossil. Those are definitely vines. All right, it's time. Well, I hope she's sleeping. There's like, I don't know if they're infinitely respawning, but there's a lot of Remobra in this area. And they are definitely a nuisance. Where are they? Maybe they don't show up. If you cart, they show up. Please, I don't want to be near this monster. I could probably take that immunizer. Oh, God, even like fully sprinting. Still got me. So no poison, no flash bombs. Those are both things that would help like quite a bit. That was a mistake. Never punished. Should get a topple on this next hit. The previous fights or anything. Oh, never mind. Not if we hit the leg. Hammer's a pretty good weapon on her. I think impact was better on her head than blades. I don't know if there was anything to save me there. And especially after Iceborne with Tenderize, Hammer was like dope. So we were like a little low on stamina, so we're gonna slurp down a well done steak. What we're gonna do. You know, I don't know where the best shot hit zone was on Luna. Wings were definitely it for the blade. You know, Dragon is really bad, or Element is really bad on Hammer in general in World, but having like Elemental or Elder Seal would have been pretty good. They would just tone down her elemental farting. Oh no. Nergigante was good. I forget if Devil Joe was good or not. I think in Base World Devil Joe was good. Obviously in Iceborne it was really bad. think I just broke the head. I just broke. Great news. That's great. She looks weird with her head broken. I remember playing Freedom Unite, reading that you had to hit the head in order to break the horns with, like, Elder Dragon. I remember having such a hard time with that back in the day. I don't know why. Before we got, like, massive power creep, Savage Joe wasn't that bad. I mean, some people would die to him. Post power creep, he was a sad little guy. I just gotta be careful. Looks like they're going out more? Oh! She does kind of position them. What the hell was that? This is like brainwarning.jpg. The fight. She's gonna kill me. So those look close. That felt more like the neck. Man, no more fire ore is like a real dream. There's a sword you can get through the pickaxe guy. The great sword that is similar to this sword. I think it probably has more dragon damage. I don't know its exact stats. This is really bad. It's just this weapon is so... so stylish. That's really bad. That looked like one of the closer explosions. I guess you have to stand at like the 1 o'clock position. If we had Fortify in this game, we would be so strong. Like, we've doubled in like so many of these quests. Superman dive every one to be safe? I don't really want to do that. It's like, it's a good attack opportunity. I'll just try and not die. Now I might die. Punished for my hubris. That looks close, right? It was. That looks close again. Come on, dude. It's so much damage. I would be so dead. I would be dead if not for the dragon damage. Definitely. I mean, maybe the poison damage on the other greatsword would have done something, but... What? What the hell? No! Whoa! No cats in this game. The cats were introduced in Monster Hunter Freedom Unite, which is the portable G-rank expansion to this game. What does that look like to you? You gotta stand like right here. 2 o'clock position. It all looks the same to you? That's a little sad, but I mean, whatever. You probably don't even appreciate the weird little mouth opening guy down in the bottom right, do you? The weird little bird thing. Me? I'm in... Oh, you can't see. I'm covering it. Alright, that's my bad. I'm covered the best part of this game. Oh, I hate it when I bounce on that wing. No! Whoa! Whoa! I should not have dived. She goes for like a little spin. That's kind of cute. I don't think I've ever really fought her in the air much. She's got that Kushala tail sweep. That's a bad idea. I should really not be fighting her like this. Bad idea. He growls. We've got potions. I need another potion? What are you running to? Oh, God. I don't know if I needed a Superman dive there, but felt safer. Oh! She was moving too. I don't know what I did there. That was bad. I was trying to link into a charge from that. It's the other moves that lets you link into a charge. Yes! You know, we didn't get any Remobra this time. Maybe it's the season? Maybe they don't show up in cold season. That was... I mean, I don't want to say it was easy, because, like, we did die twice, but... Fire Dragon skills. We can use that, actually, to upgrade our armor, if we wanted. And maybe we do. You know, it might say there's nothing, but there still might be something. I mean, I didn't mean like a stone. That's funny. All right. Bunch of Elder Dragon rewards. Penalty for fainting. Okay, you don't have to rub it in. 10,000 zenny is actually not bad as a reward. No, now that I look at it, that looks like... He asked you for, like, Genprei material earlier in the game? Maybe that's what that is. That's a really neat bit of detail if, like, over the course of the game, some of the things he asks you for, he's actually, like, using. He's just got a sunburn. Where does he go? It'll show you, man. He's got a destination. He's my height. He's taller than most of the other people in the village. That guy in that cart, he was your weight. How about that, huh? How you like that? Is he traveling through the game as you play? He goes to cities. He does talk about, like, traveling around. Yeah, you're the weird, dumpy guy wearing the unstylish ski hat and has, like, a really bad mustache. This must have blown people's minds. They're like, whoa! That's me, finally, after showing Hole. I have that celebration. He just loves making villages, man. Loves it. Can't get enough of it. Oh! There's the break arts team right at the top. Grender is really cool. Grender's working on the online restoration stuff. It's a little funny that Doze takes place before 1 because, like, you got, like, less access to weapons in 1. But don't think too hard about it. Don't think too hard about it. It's fine. It was illegal to use hunting horns or gun lances or bows. That's like a real party. Is that inside your house? No, that's around the village. All right, never mind. I don't remember seeing that scene in the game. Same could be said for Try. Well, Try, I don't think is a prequel. Oh, well, in terms of, like, missing weapons? I mean, it had longsword. It had switch axe. It was only missing a couple weapons, but bow, longsword, hunting horn, gun lance. It is a little strange. I think they were just so overwhelmed with underwater combat. They're like, what the hell? What is an Irish bouzouki? I can't believe they translated the credits. You hope Underwater never returns? I don't have any like super strong nostalgia for Underwater. They would have to work really hard on it to make it as good as just like a normal combat. The exploration aspect of being underwater, I think, is kind of cool. What, you know, the sort of stuff you could put down there. The combat was never amazing. I mean, I'll say this. Underwater combat is the closest we've gotten to 3D combat being okay. You know what I mean? Like, God Eater 3, isn't it? Any game that lets you go in the air, including Rise, is generally not very good in terms of like that aspect of the combat. At least underwater, like things kind of like worked out. The monsters had movesets that worked underwater. Because you had 3D movement, you know, your weapons were slower and weren't necessarily as strong. You'd rather have a game full of clutch claw only rampages? You know what the thing is though? Almost all underwater combat is optional. Best monster streamer of all time? Hey, thanks, man. It's so hard. It's not even the monster's hitbox's fire cannon. It's the monster's ability to hit you in the air. And it just makes sense just to balance a monster's moveset on like not attacking the air. Like they should be attacking the ground. Wow, how nice is Capcom actually like listing the people that exist in their customer support section. They have 10 full-time staff in customer support. Interesting that Ryozo is listed here as assistant producer. They had 10 full-time staff in 2007. My Automod is broken. I don't even see Automod. My favorite Dose monster? Rathian's pretty fun to fight. I fought a lot of Rathian. What's Tanaka doing? I don't know if Tanaka is like Takuta's like other name. And looked at it. Does he go by both names? Like looking it up now. Tanaka was on the sound team. I could have sworn Takuta worked on Dose, but I didn't see. I mean, maybe I missed his name. It's weird. I can turn it back down. Oh, thank you. So we can't go to the cool new place that... Oh, this guy's here, though. We need to finish his. I think you need Kongalala stuff. I do want to see the skills on the pink Rathian armor. Let's see if we could fully upgrade our chest. I literally cannot see auto mod. I do not see it. I don't see it anywhere on my screens. Automod's having a power trip, man. Was it not the chest I was upgrading? Oh! I never upgraded it in this playthrough. Tigrex hit you all above its head with a bite? Yeah, that's an issue. I could have had some extra defense. I don't know what is this clip. It's just this weapon is so... It was so far away, right? And it was no way of really telling where it was gonna hit. I think what happened is after the end of last stream, I finished getting the Macalite, but I didn't make the chest piece, and then I started reading the unhinged PowerPoint. I am not getting a Firestone. I'm not going to show the clip on stream. It's too difficult right now. All right, what do you want? He's going to give me a meteorite? Hardtack. Cooking ingredient. Does he want to, like... Does he want to do anything? Everyone in this town just hates you. Like, they say they appreciate you, but, like, they really don't care. You know, the interesting thing about fighting the Lunastra is... And Kushala, too, to a certain degree. Like, they talk about them being powerful Elder Dragons, but they don't necessarily imply that the village is in a direct threat. Like... You feel like you're pretty much in control of the situation the entire time. I'm not arm wrestling you. Okay. Okay. All right. All right. I think I'm good. We'll come back to Dose at some point. I might be streaming a little bit less until Saturday. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I'm going to see my mom, so... I take advantage of seeing her. I'm going to bring the stuff I need to stream. So if I can stream, we might stream a little bit. My mom's dog died, dude. I don't know if you knew that. She died like 6 months ago. Take her to Jimmy John's? She loves Jimmy John's. Well, I'll stream Saturday and then Sunday. I don't know why, man. Like my in-law is having, like a get-together. In-law is having Easter at 1 p.m. Wait, is the title update 5 thing tomorrow? What a nightmare. You're trolling me. It's not announced yet. Don't troll me, please. You know what's worse than that, though, is the fact that Twitter has the goddamn Dogecoin in the corner. Stay tuned for more news, is the news from yesterday. Apparently he's going to court. People are suing him because, like, they're saying he propped up a scam currency, which, I mean, technically is true. It's technically true. So yeah, no, if there's no title update thing, I will not be streaming it tomorrow. Like I said, I don't know. We'll find out. If I get there and everybody is asleep at like 8 p.m., I'll stream. If we're all hanging out, having a good time, I will not stream. That is the plan. All right. All right. I'm leaving. Everyone have a good night. I will see you Saturday at the latest. Goodbye.